Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Mystery Ranch Catalyst 22 liter that I've been testing over the course of the last 2 weeks. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you content to help you travel smarter. Let's jump in. All right, so to kick this thing off, the colorway we have here is a mineral gray. It's a 500D Recore Cordura, which means that it's recycled, and we've got YKK zippers throughout. So these are weather resistant. It's kind of this like rip it open tech that Mystery Ranch always has going on. So we'll cover that when we talk about the inside of the bag. So if we want to take a look at the features on the outside, let's start with the water bottle pockets. So these are basically just, zero stretch cloth here. And I've got my hydro flask in on this side, and I like to do this with bottles. It doesn't really grip it in there. It is a deep enough pocket, but it's gonna come out if your bag is tipping. So I typically like to have mesh or some elasticity to kind of grip this in place. Or I guess, you could, like carabiner the top here to that bottle to kind of keep it locked into place, but I'd give this water bottle pocket like a B. I typically like a little bit more to it. We have a loop down here. I've just attached a hero clip here, which has come in handy a couple times. I've moved it up to the handle when hanging up the bag somewhere, so that's been a really nice touch to have there. I just like this down at the bottom here. It's just a nice little thing to have. And then we just have like these, I guess you could attach items to them, even though they're designed to be little handles for zipping and unzipping the bag. And we'll cover the compartments a little bit later in the video. Kicking it off here, we have a handle up here at the top, which is just 2 pieces of fabric kind of sewn in on one another. It kind of creates a padded feel. So you have like kind of 3 layers of fabric when it's all said and done when it's folded. So it has a bit of a padded feel to it. Load lifters and more adjusters up here at the top. As with a lot of Mystery Ranch packs, they always offer some pretty great adjustment. Sternum strap here, this allows for a little bit of customizability. There are 1, 2, 3 different places of adjustment for that sternum strap. I think it gets the job done. I kind of wish there was an elastic keeper here though. Also down here, I wish there were elastic keepers down here at the bottom just to keep some of this excess strap in place. Pretty standard plastic hardware down at the bottom here too. No option for a hip belt, but I think that's fine for a bag of this size. Of course, when you loosen these up, they're gonna be, a little bit flatter to the bag and not stick out. Got a bit of mesh in the back here for breathability, and then we have some relatively thick padding here as well on the strap itself. So it is pretty comfy, although in contrary to other Mystery Ranch packs, I just haven't quite gotten the right fit for me. And sometimes when I put a Mystery Ranch bag on, I'm just like, this feels amazing, this is awesome. But in the case of this one, I just haven't really felt that way yet, even after adjusting it multiple ways and putting, a bunch of different loadouts inside of it during the 2-week testing phase of the Catalyst. All right, so here is the Catalyst on me. In my opinion, it kind of pulls back and sags back a little bit further, even with adjusting everything up here at the top independently and trying different loadouts. I just kind of want it like a little bit higher. And I haven't really been able to achieve that with this. So it feels just a little bit off. And I'm being, a little bit more critical of the fit here compared to other bags, because some Mystery Ranch bags, when I try them on, they just feel like incredible right away. But I just haven't quite gotten the right fit with the Catalyst 22 liter. It's still a nice, comfortable fit, but compared to other Mystery Ranch bags that I've tried, I just haven't been able to achieve that same comfort that I've found in other Mystery Ranch bags. There is one pocket up here at the top. So we were talking about earlier, little places to grab the zipper, open it up like that. And then we have access to what's inside. So I've got my hat in here. I'll set that off to the side. Let me just see if I can, it's kind of this top part goes all the way down. Got a key leash there. I saw someone commented over on the Mystery Ranch site asking if there was a key leash. Here you go, right here. I'm not sure if they didn't have a photograph of it or whatever. And then I've got my wallet and AirPods in here just to give you an idea of what I have inside. And I have this in here because I just want to talk about the rip zip access. But yeah, that is, pretty roomy little drop pocket up here at the top. There's mesh all the way at the bottom, and that goes right into the main compartment of this thing as well. So I just wanted to demonstrate the rip zip access on this thing. It's a little bit tough. Even like, I wanna say even compared to other Mystery Ranch bags, but you get like, let's see, if this is all the way tightened down, you can get in there and you just pull it open for access. But it's really a rip. Like you can see that I'm really pulling that out. Maybe the video editor can do a slow-mo. Zoom, okay. But those are YKK AquaGuard zippers. They're pretty beefy, so it does take a little bit of ripping to get it done. In here, you're not really gonna rip that much either, but if you get it down, you know, if you get it started to about here, then you can just really rip it open and get access to what's inside. So it is pretty satisfying to use, but maybe because this bag is a little bit smaller too, or like if you look at like the Rip Ruck, like you can really rip that thing open. But with this tri-zip design, it's pretty similar to other Mystery Ranch bags, but again, for some reason, I think I was just having a little bit of a harder time like ripping it open. Maybe I'm just not as buff as I used to be or something like that, but it has been noticeably harder. I mean, it would make sense if it's smaller that it's a bit harder to rip open because there's like less roundness to it. I think that's how physics works. But anyway, we get a nice opening here. We've got some mesh up here at the top. You can see we have the Recor Cordura logo right here, indicating the fabric that's used on the outside. So I like this little top pocket here with that mesh. I love just the way this thing opens too. So I've just got pouches here on the side. I've got a sweatshirt, and then I've got a little rain jacket that I can take out and use whenever I need to. Pretty simple layout too. I like that Mystery Ranch kept this back panel really simple inside of this bag. So we just have one slot for like documents or things like that. And then I've got my 16-inch MacBook Pro up here on the top. And there we go, the water bottle fell out on its own without me prompting it. So case in point to what I was saying earlier. Set that off to the side here. Yeah, so I like that. You know, pretty good false bottom here as well. There's a nice structured frame sheet. Mystery Ranch is always doing a great job at that, but the false bottom for the laptop is great. So it just doesn't, you know, slam to the bottom on the floor whenever you set your laptop down. So they did a good job with that. There's a bit of a curve to the back panel too, so you can see just how it works for ergonomics. Without the laptop in there, it's a little bit more curved than it was before, so that could have something to do with the fit I was describing earlier. Got a big laptop in there that might change up the way that it feels a little bit. And then we've got these mesh pockets on the side as well. So these are always nice just to stuff things in. Looks like I got an air tag in here, some AG1 on the side as well, which I take with me on trips every now and then. And then I've got, you know, just on the side here, some 2-tom bin pouches that I keep with me as well. So very simple organization in here. I like that they didn't go too crazy with this back admin panel, because sometimes you have like pen slots and like phone pockets, and by the time you're done with it, you're like, I've filled my bag up to the top and I can't get access to any of that organization. So I like that they kept it simple overall. So there you have it, the Mystery Ranch Catalyst 22 liter. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. See you in the next video.